Prologue. In the vast archipelago of Maharlika, during the age of great Balangay and mighty Datis, there was a lakan who walked the path of destiny. His name was Abraham, a name whispered in secret, for his life as a leader was shrouded in mystery. Known as a protector of his people, few knew the true burden he bore or the divine mission that lay hidden in his soul. Chapter 1. The Vision. Abraham sat under the shade of a towering bolete tree, the ancient bark seeming to pulse with life. In his hand, he held a callus, the ceremonial blade of a lakan. The wind carried the faint sound of chanting from the Babayan scribes in the village. Yet his mind was elsewhere. The night before, he had dreamed of a radiant figure bathed in gold. The figure spoke in a voice like thunder and whisper. Abraham, you are chosen to lead not just your people, but a greater cause. Go to the sacred mountain, and there you will find your true calling. He awoke in a cold sweat, the words etched in his mind. He knew this was not just a dream. It was a calling from Bathala himself. Chapter 2. The Burden of Leadership. As lakan of the Tagahari clan, Abraham was responsible for defending his people from the encroaching forces of rival Datis and foreign invaders. His decisions weighed heavily on him. To his people, he was a wise and just leader, yet his heart wrestled with doubt. The Council of Elders urged him to focus on fortifying their defenses, but Abraham's mind wandered to the sacred mountain. Could he abandon his people to seek a path unknown? One night, he confided in his closest ally, Dugo, a fierce warrior with unwavering loyalty. If I leave, Abraham whispered, it may bring ruin to the village, but if I stay, I risk defying Bathala's will. Aman placed a hand on his shoulder. A true lakan is guided by both courage and faith. Follow where your spirit leads, and I will protect your people in your absence. Chapter 3. The Journey. Disguised as a common trader, Abraham set out alone. The path to the sacred mountain was treacherous, filled with thick jungles, winding rivers, and creatures of the night. Along the way, he encountered a mysterious Babalan who seemed to know his purpose. You seek the truth hidden within you, she said. Offering him a talisman, she warned, but beware, truth is both a light and a burden. Abraham pressed forward, enduring storms and trials, until he reached the mountain's peak. There, he knelt before an altar of stone, surrounded by ancient carvings of Babayan script. He prayed, his voice echoing through the heavens. Bathala's voice thundered once more. You are not just a leader of men. You are a bearer of light, tasked to unite and guide. Your faith will build bridges, not walls, and your legacy will endure beyond time. Chapter 4. The Return. When Abraham returned to the village, months had passed. He was no longer the same man. His eyes burned with clarity, his heart steady with purpose. The villagers rejoiced at his return, but they sensed the change in him. He began to teach them not only how to defend their land, but how to live in harmony with one another. He spoke of a vision where tribes could unite under one banner, bound not by power, but by shared faith and trust. His enemies, seeing his newfound wisdom and strength, were either humbled or driven away. Slowly, alliances formed, and Abraham's village became a beacon of peace and prosperity. Epilogue. In the years that followed, Abraham's name became legend. He was known as the lakan who bridged worlds, the spiritual and the earthly, the warring tribes and the dream of unity. But as the years passed, he retreated into the shadows, leaving his people to grow on their own. Some say he ascended the sacred mountain one last time, never to return. Others believe he still walks the land, watching over those who carry his dream. And so, the hidden life of lakan Abraham became a tale told by the fireside, a reminder of true leadership.